Good morning, John August back again. The lovely hymn Johnny Cash wrote and sang, Were You There When They Crucified My Lord? Johnny and his lovely wife Joan Cash sang together at many concerts in the United States, which people enjoyed. And Johnny visited Ireland umpteen times, and we enjoyed the singing also. And the lovely one that he wrote and sang, 40 Shades of Green. So he was very talented, and his lovely wife also was talented. Also wrote music and lyrics. It was marvellous. So may they rest in peace, and the light of heaven shine upon them. Amen. Were you there when they crucified my Lord? Were you there when they crucified my Lord? Sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when they crucified my Lord? Were you there when they nailed him to the cross? Were you there when they nailed him to the cross? Sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when they nailed him to the cross? Were you there when they took him down from the cross? Were you there when they took him down from the cross? Sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when they took him down from the cross? Were you there when they laid him in the tomb? Were you there when they laid him in the tomb? Sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when they laid him in the tomb? Were you there when the stone was rolled away? Were you there when the stone was rolled away? Sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when the stone was rolled away? Well, you weren't. The soldiers was there though, and that big stone guarding the tomb was rolled away of its own accord by the angels from heaven, Easter Sunday morning. Those soldiers went as white as sheets, ran like jackrabbits, and Caiaphas come across them. What are you doing here? He says. Go back and mind that tomb. This is what we're paying you for. These the apostles come and took Jesus away, made the risen from the dead. This is what stupid people, this is the way they go. Truth escapes them. Oh no, we're not going back, says the soldiers. No, sorry, we're not. That stone was moved away from heaven of its own accord. We got a terrible fright. You go on back over that, um, Caiaphas and your cronies. What? Well, no, no, we won't. We don't do that. We just give the orders. Then, see, you expect everybody else to sort of do things, and you won't do anything yourself. Oh, we better reward you, says Caiaphas, the 30 pieces of silver. But did it work? It didn't me hat because we know all about it. Can't hide the truth. And Mary Magdalene and the ladies going on Easter Sunday morning to uh, put ointment on Jesus and in the tomb is what they did at custom. And we're saying, how are we going to remove that big stone blocking the tomb? I wanted the soldiers there that's guarding it. Well, they moved the stone. But then when they got near the tomb, the stone was already moved away and there was no sign of these soldiers. So Mary went into the tomb and came out crying. He's not there, she says. His clothes is there, but where have they taken him? So as we can go back and bring him here. The women was crying as well. Where have they taken him? It was a man there looked like a gardener. It's Jesus, of course. And he says, Mary. She looked around, smile creasing her face. Go and tell the apostles what you've seen. Oh, certainly will, says Mary. And we'll go too, says the ladies, suddenly perking up. And off they went. In the meantime, there was two disciples on the road to Emmaus, a little village 6 miles from Jerusalem. Sad as you like. Their faces nearly down to the floor. And a stranger joined them. What's wrong with you? He says. Did you see a ghost or something? No, we saw no ghost. Are you the only one that doesn't know what happened? What happened, says the stranger. Our Saviour Jesus was crucified. The way, the truth, and the life. We don't know what to do. We're just, yeah, if you want to use another expression, up the creek without a paddle. We're lost. So the stranger walked along the road with him and quoted scriptures and so on and so forth. And suddenly their mood lifted. They were smiling. They felt like whistling, but they didn't. Others say, no, is that so? They say now and again. And they were walking along, becoming as happy as Larry. And it was getting dark, and the stranger was about to go on and said, hold on here about that. It's getting late. We're after enjoying your company. Come and stay with us. Have a bite to eat, stay the night, and continue your journey in the morning. All right, says he. I'll go with you. Off he went. And they were dining on the breaking of the bread. They recognised Jesus, and he disappeared. They looked at one another. We called him Jack and Joe. What do you make of that? Wouldn't we, in our hearts rise when this was Jesus down the road was all along? Oh, it's fantastic. We feel blessed. Well, we'll go back and tell the apostle the good news. And off they went. And we'll have difficulty getting in because they're afraid of the Jews in case they'll murder them. So they went along the moonlight road, Jack and Joe whistling and singing. Are you right there, Michael? Are you right? No, not that kind of a song. They were on whistling. Oh, they didn't find the journey. And they gave a good rattle on that door and said, it's us. So the apostles opened the door. And they told them the good news. Did they believe? Seemingly not. Don't know what was wrong with them. Even though Peter and John had gone to the tomb and saw that Jesus wasn't there either, as Mary McDinnon had said. And she had visited. So when Jesus appeared to them and showed them his wounds in his hands and feet, he says, I sent you messengers, wouldn't you believe them? Oh, we're sorry, says they, forgive us. We were so confused. We thought maybe they were dreaming. We should have believed them, we're sorry. Forgive us. Jesus forgave them. But Thomas wasn't there, and he wouldn't believe unless he could touch the wounds and inflicted on our Saviour on the cross at Calvary, and apostles would have let him have it. Maybe they wrung his neck and shook him. We've seen him, and you weren't here. You don't know what you were at. Anyways, Thomas was there 8 days later when Jesus appeared again. And Jesus said to him, put your hands here, Thomas. And he did on his wounds, and Jesus said, and then Thomas fell to his knees saying, my Lord, my God. And Jesus said to him, Thomas, look at him kindly. You believe because you've seen. Blessed are those that haven't seen, that have not seen and yet believe. And that's Catholics down the centuries to the present day, and we believe. And shed a tear when we contemplate the passion and death of our Saviour. There you are. That's the story now. I'll change it tomorrow again. Every second day. But I like to tell a story like that. It just gives you the picture, doesn't it? Yeah. So bye now, and enjoy the... we'll be doing the daily reflection after this. Bye now.